This is the Digital Savage Experience Podcast, hosted by Roman Prokopchuk, bringing you all things digital marketing, tech, business, and motivation. What's stopping you from becoming relentless in all aspects of life? Are you ready to become a digital savage? Let's get into today's episode.
Hey everyone, this is Roman Prokopchuk, and this is the Digital Savage Experience Podcast. Today I have with me Dr. Destini Copp. She's a marketing consultant with more than 25 years of experience in marketing and online education. A multi-passionate entrepreneur, she makes it her mission to help coaches, consultants, and experts succeed in online marketing and grow their online course business. You can learn more about Destini at destinicopp.com or by following her on social media at Destini Copp. Hey, how are you today?
Thank you so much, Roman. I'm so happy to be here and look forward to chatting with you today.
Thank you. So let's just jump right into it. So how did you get started in your current profession? What is kind of your origin story?
Yeah, so I'll kind of give you a little bit of background in history here. So I graduated from college. I went to Clemson University and graduated there with a bachelor's of science in accounting, and kind of got stuck in accounting, honestly. I didn't really know what to major in college, and I went to my academic counselor and I asked him to try to get his advice. He says, well, if you don't know exactly what you want to do, he says, major in accounting because it's the hardest one and then you can do anything. So that's kind of what I did. When I graduated, I did not stay in accounting very long. It just wasn't the career for me, and I very quickly moved into marketing and worked in corporate marketing for, several years, eventually working for a Fortune 10 company. Really my focus in marketing has been on the product management and product marketing side. Developing new products and launching them into the marketplace. And I really enjoyed that. But I got burnt out in the corporate world, and that's when I moved into higher education, specifically online higher education. I really felt the pulling, if you would, and the desire to really help people in their careers. And that's, why I made that particular transition. And I did that for, over 13 years. So I did that for quite some time. And then a couple of years ago, I just felt the need to make another career change. And I had always wanted to own my own business. So that's kind of how I married the marketing and the online courses, because I worked in online education for so many years. And that kind of brought me to where I am today. And I really love and enjoy working with entrepreneurs and helping them with their sales funnels and their online marketing and marketing their online courses. So it's definitely been a good fit.
Yeah, I think it's awesome. And also kind of the digital marketing field is a lot more creative in that sense than your previous kind of direction as well.
Yeah, absolutely.
So what is your greatest flaw that's become a great asset for you?
So I've been thinking about this question, and I really have a hard time in thinking about flaws. And, from my experience, I think people tend to behave like they're made in their personality. So I don't think anybody really has flaws per se, but for instance, I'm an INTJ personality. And I don't know if you know a lot about the personalities and the Myers-Briggs, but, for females, it's a very, very rare personality. But really the characteristics of the INTJ personality really fit me to a T. So I like to think about big pictures. I like to look at things strategically. I definitely prefer intellectual conversation like what we're having today over, just chit-chatting with someone. So, but if I could point out a flaw, if you want to call it that, I would say over the years, I've learned to be more sensitive to other people's feelings and really work to get to know them as an individual and warm them up and do some chit chat with them, really to build that relationship with them, and also to build that know, like, and trust factor, because I tend to like to jump into business immediately and let's just talk business, when I've realized over the years as I've gotten older, that's not how most people work. So I don't know. I don't know if you would call it's my greatest asset necessarily. It's just something that I've learned in my personality to change, if you would.
Yeah, and I think I agree with that. I've been doing a lot of networking and kind of speaking the last few years. I think it's important to make kind of a personal connection first, because I have that tendency to kind of jump into the kind of the facts and the data as well, and developing and building up that kind of emotional IQ.
Yes, it is extremely important. And, building those relationships, I've learned, it's not necessarily easy for me, but I've learned that it's so important in business.
No, I definitely agree. So what is one piece of professional advice you can give someone?
So one of the things that I, really emphasize with my clients is to know their customer and also to go out and find them, right? I think so many of us think that we know our customer and we really only know the surface of what's there. We don't meet them where they are. We're not speaking their language. And a lot of times I see that people are waiting on their ideal clients to find them. And in this crowded marketplace, that's probably not going to happen. So that if I had one piece of advice, and it's one thing I always work with my clients on, is to really know your customer inside and out and how you can serve them, how you can, help them with their pain points, how you can help them with their migraines, because that's what they will pay you for, right? They'll pay you for that transformation. They're not going to pay you for a product or a service, but they will pay you for you to help them.
Yeah, and demonstrating it and showing it in obviously marketing materials, because when you have information plus emotion, you're going to get top of mind and build within their memory, and it's retained better as well.
Definitely, for sure. The marketing ad copy, I was actually working on some training this morning, and it was working on training on how to do Facebook ads copy is really what it's focused on, and how I kind of laid that out. And what we need to pay attention to is, first of all, you got to interview your clients, right? Interview them, and you got to use their language in that copy. You got to talk about their pain points, but you also need to have that empathy part in there. How are you relating to them, just so they know that you understand where they're coming from.
I definitely agree. So what motivates you to succeed? It's kind of a broad question, but it's different, I guess, for different people.
Yeah, I think it's definitely different for different people. I mean, obviously there's some easy answers here, right? I mean, my family, I have 4 boys, my husband, I'm motivated to succeed for them, but to a large extent, I don't really look at as what I do as a success or a failure. Even in my office on the wall, I have a quote here, and it says, "Don't worry about failures, worry about the chances that you'll miss if you don't even try." So really what I try to focus on is, taking those baby steps. So even, let's just say I had a webinar that didn't go as well as I wanted to, but you can always look back on that as a learning opportunity. So I can't really think back to anything that I would consider as a failure. I see it much more of a stepping stone that has led to the success that I enjoy today. And, when I work with my clients, I want them to realize this. So some of them, they come to me and they have a launch, right? That didn't, maybe they were launching something into the marketplace and it didn't go as well as they wanted to. So I always go back to them and say, no matter what happened, it was never a failure. Let's go back and look at the data and see where we can tweak it and make adjustments. So when the next time you go to do it, you'll see the results that you're looking for.
Yeah, I think it's important because you're capturing information and you're learning from it. So, I mean, failing is basically getting to your success point. You can't fail with that. I don't know too many people that have succeeded on the first attempt in terms of doing everything in business or their lives. So there's a level of, failing and trying and learning and building, involved.
And that is so very true. And I don't know, for the majority of the things that I've worked on, especially in a market like this, rarely do you see, full successes, everything went perfect, right? If they do, I'd have to question whether or not they were telling the truth, because I've never seen it happen.
Yeah, I think something always goes wrong, even when everything is smoothed out, let's say in one part of your life, business, then something goes wrong in personal or vice versa.
Oh, for sure.
So I really appreciate your time and you coming on today. Can you let people know where they can find you?
Sure. The best place to find me is on my website. It's DestiniCopp.com, and Destiny is spelled with an I at the end instead of a Y, and then COPP.com.
Awesome. Well, I really appreciate you coming on. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Roman. I really appreciate it and enjoyed our chat today.
This episode is sponsored by the Black Tux. Weddings should be memorable, but not for the groom's lack of style. That's why our friends at the Black Tux design rental suits and tuxedos that you'll love wearing at your wedding. So if you end up getting featured on a list of 23 epic wedding fails for, say, your reception table catching fire or your DJ playing Let's Get It On during the father-daughter dance, at least you know you'll look good for your close-up. But the best part about the Black Tux is that they have an easy online ordering process that brings your suit or tuxedo straight to you. Just pick a style at theblacktux.com and request a free home try-on so you can feel the fit and quality before you commit. And if online isn't your style, they have showrooms all over the country where you can find your fit and plan your look. Over 5,000 5-star reviews across Wedding Wire, The Knot, and their own websites agree. You won't find another rental experience or design like the ones you'll find at the Black Tux. Grooms, if you want your wedding to be remembered for the right reasons, visit theblacktux.com/listen. That's theblacktux.com/listen for $20 off your purchase. Don't run to theblacktux.com/listen to find a look you and your crew. Theblacktux.com, formal wear for the moment.
This podcast has been brought to you by Nova Zora Digital. Find out how Nova Zora Digital can help your company grow online. Learn more at novazoradigital.com. Until next time, all you digital savages.